That storm, a reminder, though, that hurricane season is almost here. It actually starts tomorrow. The National Hurricane Center and FEMA are trying to prepare everyone here. Leaders from both agencies encouraging people to have a plan for when severe weather strikes.
We are now in this summer season of severe weather events, but I think as many of you in here know, it's not just a summer season of severe weather anymore. We're seeing it year round.
So check that tropical weather outlook, look for it in the media every day. That's going to be your first sign that, hey, things are starting to get busy. Just because we have a quiet stretch of a few weeks or even a month doesn't mean hurricane season's over.
So NOAA expecting a normal season between 12 and 17 named storms, apparently?
Yeah, the number probably not as important as where they hit. That's the key part, because you got to look for where they happen. And this is the time, before it really gets active, get that plan together, put your hurricane kit together now. Because even here in Charlotte, and if you're from Charlotte, trust me, we get impacts from hurricanes. Anyone who went through Hugo can tell you some horror stories. So,
Kelly was actually talking about that. She said that's the last time she felt fear like that was Hurricane Hugo in the 1980s.
I mean, so we have some serious impacts. So it's a good time to get prepared now before things really do ramp up. You don't want to wait till the last minute. Tonight, we are keeping an eye on the tropics, but the next couple of days here in the Carolinas is actually looking pretty nice. What's heading our way is actually more sunshine, which I think a lot of folks will be really happy about. Even hotter Saturday, but a weekend cool down. Now, tomorrow is the beginning of hurricane season. That remnant low that caused all the issues also plagued us with horrible weather all weekend has shifted off to the east. But we've got a new area of low pressure in the eastern Gulf of Mexico, and the Hurricane Center is watching us as well. There is a 20% chance of development with this system. You heard the folks from FEMA and the Hurricane Center talk about this is what we'll show you. This is the 7-day potential tropical outlook. We'll show you these almost every single day when there's anything that could be threatening the United States. Right now, it's a 20% chance of development. Probably not going to happen, but it's probably going to be a big rainmaker for Florida over the next couple of days. Because it's an investigation area, we actually run the spaghetti plots tonight, and you can see kind of meandering here in the eastern Gulf. The fact that they're all kind of just wiggling around and going south tells you that low is going to be down there for a while. It is not anticipated to strengthen or become a strong system, but this will soak Florida and obviously cause some rip currents for them. Good news for the Carolinas, all this mess stays to our south. We are not going to see anything remotely like we saw last weekend. So this is a better weather weekend ahead. And it all starts the next couple of days as the old remnant low shifts away from us. We'll see a backdoor front dropping in from the north instead of coming in from the west. We'll see a really warm day ahead of it on Saturday. Could even see some upper 80s before it gets here. But even with these mostly dry conditions, there's still a chance of an isolated shower here and there. The chances overall, 20%. So you're looking at just minor risk for a pop-up storm, and humidity levels not too bad. For early June, we'll take this. Dew points in the 50s to low 60s. We have not seen a rapid warm-up, and we have not seen the rapid increase in the dew points. What's happening, summer is building here in the middle of the country. All the heat is in the northern plains and southern Canada. Cool air on the east coast and the west coast. So we'll see these cooler than average conditions, excuse me, lasting here in the Carolinas, it looks like, for at least the first week of June, as we see cooler than average temperatures for the next, I'd say, 6 to 10 days. Remember, though, the average high is in the mid-80s, so we're not talking about really chilly air. It's just temperatures more in the low 80s as opposed to the mid-80s over the coming days. Tomorrow will be a day we get closer to average, back up around 81 degrees or so. Northeast winds, and yes, just a 20% chance of a stray shower during the afternoon. Your Guy Roofing 7-day forecast. Show you this first. Look at that warm up. This weekend, near 87 on Saturday. Sunday, cooler. Even next week, temperatures in the low 80s, morning lows near 60. Then a rapid warm up into the following weekend. We're getting more consistently into the 80s. Have not seen 90 degrees yet, but that could be coming at some point here in June.